Welcome back to the next episode of the eCom Growth Show. Let me introduce who I am, actually. I'm Danan, the host of the eCom Growth Show. I'm co-founder of Catalog Defender, founder of eCom Triage, Amazon seller of 15 years, etc. And today's guest is someone that you're going to want to listen to. He's a content creator, is what his background is. He went content creator to video production agency. And I've known him, Justin? 4 or 5 years now? 2 years? 7 years?
We met at Surge somewhere in there. Yeah.
We met before that. That was the first time we met in person.
Yes. Okay. You're right.
So that was like a year or more after we'd met. So yeah. Whatever. Call it 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
4 or 5 years. So I've looked at his content, watched his content for quite some time. So he knows exactly what he's doing at a time before heavy content creation was a thing for Amazon sellers. He was doing the most amazing stuff with the best metrics I've ever seen from any content creator when it comes to catering to Amazon sellers. So, Justin, take us through the journey of how you went from content creator to video production agency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, as you said, I've been a YouTuber for a while. So I have 3 YouTube channels. I started my first one probably close to 10 years ago, 10 years ago now.
Nice.
And that was basically just, I'd watched so many tech reviews that one day I was like, I think I could probably do this. I know enough about stuff. I can talk about it. And, so I started making really, really, really bad videos.
Of course, we all start
really
that
bad
way.
unboxings, and they're out there still. They're horrible. I can't watch them. They're terrible. But basically, you started doing it, and I just kept with it, kept going, and level up the gear, level up the skill. You start to get good at talking and stuff. And so anyway, I went at that for years, and it kept getting better. And then what naturally happens if you've never done content creation or unboxings and reviews and stuff, you naturally just fall into the Amazon affiliate, right? Because you're like, well, if I'm talking about products, it'd be cool if somebody wanted to buy one. I make a little bit of money. So I started doing Amazon affiliate. That exploded, started doing really, really well with that. Amazon reached out, invited me to their influencer program, which at that time was brand new. Jumped into the influencer program. Then I started getting brands reaching out. I worked with Google. They've sent me phones for years. I work with companies that send me really high-end tech watches. I started getting all these products, and it was like, wow, this is really starting to be something really, really awesome, and like exactly what you want it to be if you're doing a review, right? You have a review channel. You want brands to be interested in it. And so started making, doing really well with the influencer commissions and stuff. And then I started getting really, because once you get to a certain point, you start to pay attention to how to make better video that is seen more, and you start getting into the metrics, and you start becoming a data person naturally. Yeah. It just starts to happen. And then I kind of took a very specific bend. A lot of people go like, well, how do I make content that does really well on the social channels? But because all of my content was being generated specifically to live on Amazon, I started focusing on what is Amazon doing with video, what makes their videos work better, what are the things that I need to do to make those videos drive more conversions, drive more interest, that kind of stuff. And so I really focused in on what Amazon was doing with video. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to everything that's going on Amazon with video and how powerful it is. But ultimately, I started doing that. And when that happened, I realized, man, I think there's a lot of services that I could offer to brands as a company. I could sell my services to brands. Yeah. And that's what kind of just naturally birthed a video production company focused at that time exclusively on Amazon content. And so it was just kind of this natural progression of just, it kind of just pulled me that direction. And so now I've got a 900 square foot studio and a team and video production team and the whole thing. And it's kind of wild how it all kind of happened, but it's fun.
I remember when you sent me the signed contract of your studio.
Yes. Yeah. No, I got the key. I got the picture of the key, the whole thing. It was like, man, that's the first place I've ever it was just like entrepreneurship just kind of fell on my lap, and it was pretty cool. It was a really fun, it was a fun time. It's still a blast, but it was just, it was interesting how I think a lot of people who have hobbies want it to go that way, where it's like you start a hobby and you're like, man, I love making woodworking stuff, and it'd be cool if somebody wants to buy it. And then someone's like, hey, I want to buy that. And you're like, really? And they're like, yeah. And then like,
sale.
Okay. And they're like, well, how do I get more? And you're like, I don't know. I got to make more, and then that's what I think everybody that does something of a creative passion wants it to become that, and it just kind of naturally happened. So
Yeah.
yeah, my story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope it goes that way for me when it comes to my off-road stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I in a small way, it has, like, me and we've there's a group of 4 of us. Each one of us has YouTube channels in the off-road space. We've been sponsored by Midland Radio, Zero Breeze, Ice Co, 12-volt fridges. I think you may have even done some content on some of the companies that have sponsored us.
Probably so. I've done Midland. I've done a
Yeah,
few refrigerator companies. I've
yeah,
been to some overland events. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's why so this all started because of my tech channel.
Mhm.
Well, then I was like, man, I'm thinking like you did. So that's why I started my outdoor channel. And I was like, okay, come on, baby. Like, let's go. Like, let's get me
Yeah,
some hunting stuff. Like, let's get me some like trips to hunt cool things and like, let's
yeah,
do it. So we'll see. I don't know. Talk to me in a couple of years and we'll see if I'm like getting flown out to, hunt red stag in the back, woods of Lithuania or something. I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah.
I don't know. That's a
Yep,
pipe
you're
dream.
probably gonna go to Romania, and then you'll be hunted by Dracula. It'll make good content.
That would be great. I would turn around and let's rumble, baby. Yeah, I love it. That's fun.
All right, cool. Well, man, there's so much we could talk about, but I try to keep these things short. Why don't we start off with your company is CommQuest. So I have personally used your services. I have referred a lot of people over to you. I know your quality. So anyone that's wondering that needs content creation, I will be sending you over to Justin. So he's got my full support. Now, in an effort to make this not an 85-minute podcast, I'm going to run through some questions. So give me I've got 5 questions prepared for you, basically. So I'm just going to roll. You ready?
I'm ready. And I'm gonna try and not do what I normally do and talk a lot. So we're
That's
gonna
okay.
work together. We're gonna work together on this and see if we can make this thing flow.
Yeah, no worries. That's all right. I'll just edit out all of your blabbing and just be
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
"So,
just
how did
focusing
you
on
get
the
started?"
nuggets. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And you explain for just about 5 minutes now where you came from. It's the short's going to be, "So, how did you get started?" Like, "I started." Like,
I
excellent. And
started
that's
and
the end
here
of
I
it.
am.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that's the end of the short. Okay, cool. So, first question. What do you see as the biggest shift in how customers engage with product videos on Amazon and social media? Let's start with Amazon.
There's so much going on Amazon with product video. If you haven't been paying attention at all, if in the Amazon space, Amazon only makes and keeps features that add value and make money, right? Like that's it. I mean, we've seen everything, we've seen things come and go all the time. They
Sure.
love to try stuff for like
Yep.
a year. And man, if it is not showing an indication of money being made for somebody, it's gone. Like they scrap stuff so fast. Like for example, and this is directly in line with videos, the Inspire feed, right? I don't know if you guys remember the Inspire feed, the vertical format. They were going after short vertical. It's gone, right? It just wasn't doing what they needed it to because they realized that Amazon app was not a social app. It's a shopping app, and social video just doesn't really do it, right? And so that's what you have to pay attention to. So when you look at it through that lens, and then you can say, so video what, right? Amazon Live is still a thing.
Mhm.
Honestly, gonna say that I'm shocked that that's the case.
Me
Got a lot
too.
of thoughts on that. I
I
thought
feel I feel like somebody's just like, "No, no, no, just give me another 6 months. No, 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 just give me another 6 months."
I don't know what the story is there, but something's happening. So anyway, that still exists. The things that are the big drivers, though, are the video carousels on your listing, right? And they've been updating them. They've been increasing their visibility. They've been putting them in different places. They've been trying new things. Now, if you go and you look, before it was just a carousel of thumbnails, right? Like just boop, 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 boop. Now it's a horizontal bar that goes completely across your listing page with a video ready to play right away as you're scrolling down and a bunch more videos, right? So they're really focused in. So that should tell you that video is a huge portion of how you sell on Amazon, right? Obviously, a brand listing video, so a video about your product that is posted on your listing is critical. And what people don't realize is how important that is, because what I work with a lot of small brands, and one of the things that they aren't paying attention to is the fact that if you don't post a video on your own listing and you have, let's say, 100 people make UGC videos, unboxings, and talking about your product, they're buried at the very bottom of your listing until you make a video to unlock the video, right? Like carousel up top. Like,
Oh, I had no idea.
oh, no, 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 no. So if all you post is your product images, right? You're not going to have that little play button in the
Yeah.
carousel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I could have made 5 videos and 100 other people could have made videos. If you scroll to the bottom, you're going to see that carousel down below with
Yeah.
all those videos, but that carousel doesn't show up in the top of your listing until you post a video as the brand. So that
That makes
every
sense.
single listing has to have a video. It just
Okay.
has to.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. And so you just brought to light something I now recognize as a thing. So I always go to the video, right? If my shopping journey is I find a product that I like, that I think is what I'm looking for, I open it, I quickly buzz through the photos, but then I go to the video every single time on something that I'm going to buy because honestly, it can shortcut the features. And a lot of videos are the product on a lazy Susan and some really inappropriate music for
Right.
whatever is being displayed, right?
Yep.
No unboxing, no features, no lifestyle, no product in use,
Nope.
no nothing, right?
No.
And so then that might be a 15 or 30-second video, and then it immediately switches to the UGC videos.
Correct.
And that's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So if that brand didn't post that 15-second useless video,
yeah.
it wouldn't give you even the option to go to the next video because you wouldn't even have but there wouldn't have been the entryway is not even there to begin with. The door's not there to see all the other content.
Wow. Right? Okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So learning lesson from this, a video, even a terrible one, is imperative. I mean, terrible is still terrible.
So this brings to light 2 things.
Okay.
One, you need to have a video, right?
Yeah.
To unlock all of the video opportunities. But 2, it should be good, right? It should be reasonably.
I agree.
It should be useful at least because if you're going to give somebody a door to go through, if the door doesn't add any value in itself, no one's even going to go through the first step to then go on, right? So you have to have a video, but you also then have to have a quality video, right? Now, what I will say, and this is hard because we're now here we go. See, we're derailing here. But here's the thing. So then anybody that could be watching this is probably like, well, I've got like 8 products. And so you're saying I need to have somebody make 8 videos for each individual listing. And like, that's just like that, that's going to cost 5, how much money is that going to be and how long is that going to take? Right. Okay. Most people just go right there with their mind. The way I go is, okay, if you're a small brand, you should look into getting someone or somebody to make what I call a brand story video. Now, this is where we make a video that's like, okay, let's say you've got water bottles. You make water bottles, right? And you've got like 15 different variants. They're all different sizes and shapes and colors and for kids and for adults, right? You make a video where you show almost all of them in a video and you say, hey, we are so-and-so, it's so-and-so brand. We make water bottles that fit every portion of your life, blah, 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 right? And you make this video. That video is not focused on any one individual product. It's just an overview of all the different things. It's like a cross-selling piece.
Yeah.
That video is perfect to post on every listing that you have to unlock. Do you see what I mean? Like,
I do.
I mean, yes, you can later on, you can go back and make one individual video for each individual product and all that kind of stuff. But if you've got a lot of listings that are all kind of in the same family of brand and products and stuff, like just make a video that just talks about your brand and like, what are the benefits of all the different products that you sell and show them all. And that just becomes the day one video that you update on every single listing, because then the video carousel is unlocked and you don't have to worry about it. Now, if someone makes a video about it, great. It's going to show up and you know what I mean? Like make a door that just is a door to like opens
a general door,
a door that just opens up into everything. Right. And just put that on everything. Right. And like, just make that generic video, not as beneficial as an individual video, but now for somebody like Danan, who's like, hey, I'm going to click the video, right? You're going to see all the water bottles that we make, and you'll be like, whoa, look at all these water bottles. And then the next video is going to be a guy talking about that one, and you're good to go. Right.
Yeah.
That's so make a video, make it good, make it reasonable. But you got to have a video.
I feel like we could do you have any sort of little masterclass or anything on creating your own content?
Don't.
Dude, I think we should do that.
I should do that. I need to. Yeah. There's so much that I think I can help people with. There's
So much.
backstory on like what kind of equipment you need, like to even just get started, how you could make it look really good, really quickly, really easily on the cheap. There's a lot of stuff.
I don't do what you do. Now, I too am a content creator in different ways, right? And obviously there's this, but I have built multiple podcast studios, and my adventure YouTube channel is 13 years old. And I hate doing content. Well, let me rephrase that. I hate doing the content where I have to tell a story from beginning to end, and I'm the narrator, I'm more of I'll shoot it. I also won't edit it. It's in my off-road group. It's a joke between my friends, like, oh, Danan's filming again. That'll never see YouTube.
Yep.
And it's been true.
Yeah. Well, but that content, so the nice thing is about product content, the content that we're talking about right here, dude, if I showed just anybody, someone who is not technically advanced, how the shots that you would need, you could take the shots of your product that you would need to create a cohesive video in 20 minutes, right? You go on Fiverr, you find a guy that, costs $15 to edit it together really quick and throw some music on it, right? You
Not
come up with the
crap
text, you use ChatGPT to come up with all the text call outs that need to be on the overlay. And you could have a video that's worthy of an Amazon listing for, initial video, probably with very, very minimal work and time and effort.
Justin, I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's create that.
We should.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think that'd be great. I think because I think there's a lot of people out there. Because I know it's expensive. Video's expensive.
Yep.
It's hard. You don't know where to start.
It doesn't have to be.
No, I'm telling you, it does not have to be. It's so easy. Yeah.
Right here. Here's your camera.
That camera on these phones, man, I'm telling you, is so far and beyond anything that you would ever need to do what you need to do. And it's not even, you don't even need to be creative. Like, you just get these shots. It's all, because truly most of it's in the editing, right? You find you go on Fiverr. I'm telling you, Fiverr. You go on Fiverr. You find a guy, $15. He'll throw that thing together. He'll have it to you tomorrow, right? With some music.
Even if it's 100, it's still a heck of a deal. Okay,
it doesn't matter. Anyway,
we're already almost where I want to try to end that. Okay, so let's go on to the next question, and this is has a lot to do with what we're talking about. Can you list out the different video types that brands need to know about and take into consideration when preparing content?
Yes. So you've got the listing image, the listing video. That's going to be that's the first video that everyone's going to see, right?
Okay.
That's the first one. Second one is going to be, you've got A+ content. So if you're moving into the A+ content world, that's going to be a second type of video. Okay. Don't overestimate that. That can be a re-edit of the content you've already got, right? You can make that happen, right? Then you've got your the video that you can't really affect directly, which I'll caveat here in a second, the influencer or creator UGC video. So the video that either, customers are making or an influencer has got your product and they decide to make a video about it. That's the video that you can't affect, but that is the other video. You've got PPC ads, right? Which are the ones, obviously the pay to play kind of game. And then you've got Amazon Live, which would be the other video mechanism that they have currently available. We used to have Inspire. Inspire is now gone. Who knows if it'll ever come back, but that was something, but that's no longer an option. So those are your main video sets there.
Okay. So an Amazon seller has 5 different opportunities to create video content.
Or have video content
created for
focused
them
on their product. Yes, correct.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. So let's list those out really quickly. The main video for the product, the A+ content, the
UGC or influencer or creator. Yep.
The PPC video. Yep. What was the 5th one?
And then Amazon Live.
Amazon Live. That's right. Yep. Yeah. I basically in my mind I immediately discount that, but maybe I shouldn't. Okay. Now let's go video types. unboxing,
Mm-hmm.
features and benefits,
Mm-hmm.
style,
Mm-hmm.
um,
How to. I like a
how to.
how to kind of like a how to yeah. How to's are really good. And then you get into influencer,
Yeah.
which are that's kind of influencer driven how they like to do that. Some are very instructional, some are just like, hey, check this thing out, that's so influencer is its own kind of unique little bucket. And then you have customer videos, which are
Testimonials. Those are going to be
the
bad usually, right?
you don't know what you're going to get with those videos. Sometimes you get like a video that's just a camera moving around with your product like kind of in
Yeah.
the upper corner of the frame, and then that's
Yeah.
it, and like a cat meowing in the background, so you don't know what you're going to get there. They're not going to, yeah, but some of them are good, some of them are not. Yeah.
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 I mean, when I look at videos on listings, usually there is just that one terrible video from the brand, and then it goes into terrible videos from content creators for Amazon. And I've told my wife this so many times because, like, I would say that we are Amazon power shoppers. By we, I don't mean me. Um, and and I told my wife, like, we have microphones, we have cameras. Like, I have a good setup. I'm not even using my good camera because it's too much of a pain in the butt to set up. So I'm using this camera right here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
1080p. It's like,
Yeah.
does not look that good. But and I told her, like, honey, you don't even need that stuff. Just get your phone, do it in one take, done. You can't pronounce the word falafel and you screwed up 3 times, leave it in
Yeah. Oh,
and post it.
even then, it's 150,000 times better than 90% of the content that's on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is really sad to say, but it is. It's it's the bar is low when it comes to this type of content. Still at
Totally.
this point, yeah.
And yet still so unbelievably necessary and valuable to have
Oh,
if you've got all
totally,
the
totally,
boxes checked.
absolutely, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Next question is, what role do unboxing videos, testimonials, and short form content play in building trust with shoppers?
Hmm. It's almost like it's in its own. It almost explains itself, right? Like really, when you talk about, so the big stuff is obviously we all know, and everybody knows that's ever shopped for a product. When you see a video that's made by the brand, the goal is for it to encourage you to buy the product, right? So you already kind of give a little bit of like, like, yeah, you'll watch the Ford commercial during halftime, right, of the game, but then while you're on YouTube and you see Jim Bob from the Florida Everglades who just bought the brand new F-150 and he's just going to walk you through the whole truck. You're going to watch that with like intent, like, because I just want to see it, like the real thing, like the renders and the editing and like, the voices are really cool, but like, I want to see what like real people, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that tangible thing. And not even that, like, I mean, obviously unboxing videos. And I think when people think unboxing videos, they're thinking about like somebody like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to unbox this box, literally an unboxing video. Someone like you were just saying, honey, take a tripod so that your camera looks down on top of it and just cut the box open it up, pull the thing out, because what people want to see is like, okay, I watched all the content, I read all the description, and I want to get this like this glue gun, right? But how big is it? Like,
Yeah.
you can't. But now I'm going to
Does it
show
come with glue
you.
sticks?
This is what it comes out of the box. This is, you know what I mean? Like, so that's the kind of stuff that people want to see. And what that does is when that content is available, they go, okay, so somebody else bought this.
Yeah.
Now I'm already going, okay. So I'm already getting on the train here.
Yeah.
Then I look and they pull it out and you're like, okay, yep, that's exactly what I thought it was. That's what I want. Boom. That's probably the sale right there. Right.
Yeah.
That's what it does, is it takes the brand, the salesy bit out of it. And it just says like, cause I mean, like you said, especially, I mean, and this is me speaking generally for guys, I don't shop. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I want a water bottle. Like I'm searching in Amazon. I'm like, water bottle, vacuum sealed steel, machine washable with, metal straw and, 9-hour cold, like my search terms are not
Yeah.
like really like wide. Like I'm like, this is what I want. So
Yeah.
when I look and I scroll down, I see one that's like, here's the camo pattern. I'm like, ooh, okay, click it, watch the video, and I'm like, dude, that's it, ordered. I don't even care. I didn't even look at the price. I didn't even look at the shipping. I just, you know what I mean? Like it's that's what it's about. And I think what people do is they get too confused with like, hey, it's got to be this really cool thing. No, it plays such an important role that they know they're interested. If they're on your listing, they're already, I'd say what? I mean, there's probably statistics on this. If someone shows up on your listing, what's the percentage that they're already ready to buy?
Yeah, well, I mean, every brand has a conversion rate that they know, right?
Gotta be like 40, 50%, I imagine, right?
Mm,
Like the buy intent, I mean, I don't know. This is me. I don't know. I don't know what the statistics are, but I know that like the buy intent is already at a certain threshold, right?
yes.
If they've done the search, they know they want that product. They're on your listing, something's already got them there. And then now it's up to the content living on that page to
Yes.
reinforce that enough for it to go in the cart, right? And that's where this video content comes into play. Cause like a great looking listing, sure, that's going to do all sorts of stuff. The branding looks good. The packaging looks great. But it's like when some guys like, or one, especially a lady is like, oh my gosh, like I got these shoes, my feet hurt and they're so comfortable. And like, look at me walking around and like her house is a mess. You relate to it and you're like, okay, I know that this is like a real person and I believe it a lot more. And then that's when conversion just shoots through the roof.
My wife
So
would never do a video with a messy house in the background, but
yeah, right.
we have
But
3
you know
children.
what I'm
That is
saying?
how
Like
we
it
live.
it
Yeah.
feels real.
Yeah.
Like, if a lady's doing an unboxing and a kid is like, mom in the
Yeah.
background, you're kind of like, oh,
Alright,
all
social
right.
proof.
That's not an influencer.
Yeah,
That's like a mom
that's me.
probably buying that,
Yep.
like that's what it does. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird, like subconscious thing that just
Well, it's a
we
it's a
resonate.
reality point, right? It's
Yeah.
like this person is I am well, we're not moms, right? I tell my wife all the time, "Don't leave the kids with me. I'm an awful mother."
Yes.
But
Correct.
leave the kids with dad. He's
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Dad's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're dads, right? And we're both outdoorsmen and, right? So, if I watch your video about a bottle, a camo bottle, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's what I want," except for the camo because I don't want to lose my bottle in the forest. So mine's orange.
True. Yep, there you go. But yeah, no, it's just that inflection point. So I think to answer the question is what are the role of these? It's literally just it gets people. I think that last little bit to get to the actual buy. You know what I mean? And there's so many listings out
I
there
agree.
that just don't have this. And the hard part too is unboxings, testimonials, that kind of content typically only comes if your product is already on an upward trend, right? And you're already like if you're already getting sales, Amazon influencers aren't going to go and find a product that's got no listing, so that's going to be hard. That's typically hard content to get,
Mm,
right? Like it's not always just like day one, you're going to have testimonials and unboxings and all that stuff. That can be a very long process for that to start showing up.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is if no, I forgot what the question was. Dang it. It was such a good question. It was a follow-up to what you were just saying. Oh man. All right, whatever. I'll do my last question that I have prepared here, but that is how can smaller brands compete with bigger ones when it comes to video marketing?
Oh, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of ways to do that.
Number
Um,
1, do the and by the way, everyone, you know me as Danan, but my first name's actually Justin, so I'm with Justin here. So watch the Justin and Justin video content creation video coming to you soon.
yes, yes, yes. Um, Yeah, everybody just learned. Did you? I know that blew my mind when I learned this. His driver's license says Justin. I'm telling you, it's the
Yes.
craziest thing. That's a
Yeah, I
whole
don't
other
know why he
story.
had my driver's license, but, I
You
think
showed me. I
he
didn't believe
was
you, and you had to show me when we were at Surge. You had to show
that's
me,
right.
and I was like, "Why?" And then I was like, "Well, why are you anyway? Why are you changing your name?" But no. So so this is big because I think personally, my personal thought is at this day where we are currently, it's never been easier for small brands to compete with big brands when it comes to video marketing, right? Like the barrier to entry to reasonable to high quality video content has never been lower than it is now. Like, I think that's been the hard part. I mean, for years, these big, massive corporations who were, commanding these $1 million a month budgets, they had full production teams. They could hire any agency they wanted, like, I mean, I was in a Verizon commercial, a nationwide Verizon commercial. So I was
You still getting those checks?
what's that? I am.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So no, seriously, no. So I was in it, and I went and I was part of one of these productions. And for the whole day, they drove me around to 5 different locations in Oakland, right? Full sets, full lights. I had a dedicated person that was basically kind of like my assistant. I had a dedicated wardrobe person that kept changing me in clothes.
Coffee.
Dude,
Coffee.
I asked for Red Bulls and he went and got them, bro. It was crazy. Anyway, but that's like that. So flashback to then, that's what you were up against, right? Like, how do you compete with the magnitude of that? Now, though, you've got now it's like people are looking for UGC. People are looking for influencer content, right? The overproduced stuff is like, we're seeing it not perform the way it used to, right?
Yeah.
And so I think now people, like, brands don't realize, like, you have the ability to compete, and, getting really scrappy and like learning how to do video content yourself, right? Finding a couple influencers, like if you're selling a product, like there's, you're selling a protein powder, right? Let's pretend you're selling a protein powder. You're going, you're kind of, obviously you've done some research. You've gone on YouTube. You watched some videos about guys talking about the different protein powders they like. Those might be the guys that you just reach out to and be like, yo, man, I just launched this protein powder. Can you record some videos for me? Just send them to me. I don't need you to post them, or like, you don't need to do any sponsored stuff. Just like, send me some videos of you yoking out on my protein powder. Like I said, go over to Fiverr, get yourself a couple of editors, have them throw together some content, and you could come out with some really good looking stuff. Like,
certainly good enough.
And you're in the business. I mean, you throw those on TikTok, you put like $50 behind one of those videos, you'll get 10,000 views on that video by tomorrow, right? I mean, so like the barrier to entry in competing with video with these big brands is over. And I think Amazon also is the great leveler of competition, because, like, I mean, obviously, yeah, you've got, big brands that dominate categories and stuff like that. But then when you do those search results, when you search for like, really congested things, every couple big brands, there's like a small brand in there. You know what I mean? Like, Amazon sprinkles these kind of things in. So you're already playing with the big guys. You've just got to make sure that you're maximizing every opportunity for video. And that's, and but I think there's a ton of ways to do that at a much lower cost than I think most people would expect.
Yeah. All right. And I remember what I was going to say earlier and ask. So me as a consumer, like I tend to make fairly large purchases. Like if I'm going to order something on Amazon or from anywhere, my purchases are typically large. If I'm ordering a water bottle or something like that, honestly, I just tell my wife, hey, I need a water bottle. And she goes, well, do you want red or orange? I'm like, surprise me, but we've been together for 2 decades. She knows exactly what I want. So it's like me shopping. But let's say I'm going to order a camera, or I'm going to order a truck, I go to YouTube. Like, well, actually, no, let me rein this in a little bit. Not a truck, a camera, or a lens, or a cell phone case, like an expensive one, or, something high dollar that I'm going to get from Amazon because of the convenience. But I want to know everything about this. It's a $300, $400, $500 purchase on Amazon, right? So typically I don't find videos on those products. And if I do, they're not great. So I go to YouTube. That's where I go for all my stuff. That's where I do my product research. That's where I find what I want. Then I go get it on Amazon. So as a brand, I want these videos Amazon, but would you say they should also put them on YouTube? Because I think so.
Absolutely. So, okay. So I guess let me peel back the layers a little bit on the CommQuest side, just because this is kind of help you with, I think, answer this a little bit. So when we work with brands, like when I work with a brand to do a video for their product, I will make an unboxing video for our CommQuest channel also. So if they're like, hey, we need to get a brand video to put it on the top of our listing, cool, we're going to make you a brand video. while we're making the brand video, I'm going to make an influencer video because I'm also an Amazon influencer. I'm a video production, I'm an Amazon influencer, and I'm a YouTuber. So I'm looking at it like, wait a second. So I can make content for myself, for my own channels, right? But so when I do it, I make, we'll make them a brand video, we'll do that kind of stuff. I'll make an unboxing video, post it on the Amazon influencer program, and now that shows up on the listing as well. Then I'm going to post it on our CommQuest YouTube channel or my JW YouTube channel or my Dub Outdoors YouTube channel, right? Like, and then because I've got all the systems on the back end, I got all my editors involved, they're going to make shorts for all those videos. And they're going to put them on the shorts channels on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook for all of my YouTube channels. So like, that's the way, that's if you're really trying to maximize every bit of video that you create, yes, you should be putting it on your listing. You should have a YouTube channel. You should be potentially
On
working again
socials.
with like a small, guy on Fiverr that you like, hey, here's my full size video, or use things like Opus Clip, these AI tools, upload the full video and get like 10 shorts and just blitz everything. Because
Yeah.
then, because people now on like, and there's been a ton of this, especially if you're on LinkedIn, you're probably seeing a ton of this. Everybody's talking about the fact that like brands that are making content on TikTok, if they're not in the TikTok shop, who cares? People know if they see a video and they see a product that they like, they know how to find it. And they will, and so what we're starting to see, and a lot of people will attest to this, is if there's a ton of content going out on like TikTok and Instagram, people are seeing this roundabout spike in traffic to their Amazon listing.
Yeah. I've definitely heard that from brands.
It's the marketing halo effect, right? And it's very real. And so like I think there's so many ways. Again, that goes back to the how do you compete with the big brands? There's so many ways to make content and make a lot of it from a little bit of effort. And it all can lead back to your listing and sales.
Yeah. All right. I'm coming back to our agreement and contract with each other to create a video or a mini series on how to get started with this stuff. So I think the modules that need to exist are the $300 setup, the $3,000 setup, and the $30,000 setup kind of a thing, right? Like you can go, that's just, it's arbitrary. I mean, we'll work on it. Okay.
What about like the $50 setup?
Yeah, we can do a $50 setup. I mean, everyone has a phone in their pocket. Then all they need is a microphone, right?
Microphone and a tripod.
Yeah.
And you've got
Yeah, you
just
have
about
everything
every,
you need.
and then the sun needs to come up and you're pretty much got everything you need.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can crush, you can crush content with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally for my adventure videos, the majority of them are on my phone.
Yeah. So almost 100% of the B-roll that we shoot
Are from
in
phones?
studio is off of our phones.
Yeah, because now you can. I mean, if you've got a newer iPhone, you can shoot 4K 60 RAW. I think actually no. Now I think you can do
you don't even
4K.
need to shoot 4K 60 RAW. Who's
No,
watching?
that's
You
true.
can't. Who's even watching it in 4K on Amazon?
No,
Like,
that's
no,
fair.
again. So interesting fact: the average watch time on these videos on Amazon is about 20 seconds.
Okay, so 30-second videos is what you want, or 20 seconds.
But don't worry about being 4K for 20 seconds of video.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just make 1080p 60 frame a second content and you're good. It's about the content of the content,
Yeah.
right? It's what's in it. Cause man, like you could have a 4K phone camera and take a really, really horrible video. Who
Sure.
cares if it's 4K? Who
Yeah.
cares if, that means nothing. It's all about the content. You could have a fully grainy video, but if they can hear clearly, they see what they need to see, they're good to go. It'll convert
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to mention is strangely the most important part of video is audio.
Oh, that's I would say that's probably number one, to be honest with you. Yeah, if you've got poor audio, if people can't hear you and it's in it, that will turn them off immediately. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because like
yeah.
imagine if we're talking and this is what it sounds like.
Doesn't matter how cool our lighting looks. It doesn't matter that we both have recliners in the back of our,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that we have recliners. That doesn't matter. If
That
you
we're
can't
both
hear
named
me,
Justin.
yeah, if you can't, that ruins it. It's over. It's game over.
Yeah.
Think about go to Hollywood, right? Dude, movies are cool. But when you're in a theater and the freaking place shakes when like Godzilla like comes out of the ocean,
Yeah.
bro, like
Yeah.
the video's not giving you goosebumps like
No,
the audio.
those D-box seats. Do you remember those?
Yeah. Oh,
Did you
dude.
have those? The seats that actually rumbled and
That
shook?
dude, yeah, you're like, man, watching freaking Top Gun Maverick in like, like a Dolby,
Yeah, where the
whatever.
seat
Like,
goes
dude,
back and
it's not the visuals are great. It's the sound that gets you. But anyway, even just conversationally, that's what you have to have good quality audio. But that's even cheaper than it's even easier than before.
oh, for
Especially because
sure.
now these little microphone systems all have like AI, noise cancellation and voice isolation and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah,
a $20, a $20 clip-on mic, that you plug into the bottom of your phone,
yeah.
you're good.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be good. Yeah,
easy.
absolutely. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, dude, we're over time. Like, okay, listen, it's so easy for me to talk about this stuff because I have so much experience with it and so much knowledge, and and yeah, all right, cool.
It's
We're
super
gonna.
important. It's
It is.
critically
It's
important.
so important. Like
Critically
that.
important.
Nobody reads anymore. They watch.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah, I've never read
I
anything
have the
before.
questions in front of me, but I needed you to ask them because I don't even know what they say.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wrote them with voice to text.
Nice. Nice. And it's actually you're reading that they're reading to you in your ear, right? You're
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm using
exactly.
OCR with my phone, you just can't see
So
me
cool.
putting it up.
Yeah, I don't even
All right,
know.
we're
Yeah,
gonna end the podcast. Justin, thank you for being here, man.
absolutely.
There's so much value that you bring to the space of content, and I just wish that more people knew. That's why I brought you onto the podcast. I want more people to know that you exist and what they're sorely missing out on in terms of a strategic approach to
Yep.
content. So
Yep.
anyone that wants to get a hold of Justin, you go to CommQuest. Is it IO?
IO. Yep.
Yeah.
CommQuest.io. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm on every social platform there is. And honestly, like, and there's no sales pitch here, but if you just have like, hey, here's my listing. Like, what would you do? Like, what do I need? What am I missing here? I'm happy to. I mean, I don't charge consultation fees, whatever. I'm not going to sell you anything.
The
I'll just
same
tell you
way.
what, like, here's what I see. Here's what you could do. Here's the way you could do it. Here's where you could go get it cheap and, or whatever. And, I could tell you how I can help you or we can help you. I mean, I think it's just so important and I love talking about it. Just reach out, help me. I'm happy to help. Happy to help.
Cool, man. Thank you. I operate the same way, and I've been yelling at you literally for years, like you need to double, triple, quadruple your prices because they're worth that. But in the meantime, for those of you listening, Justin's prices are beyond reasonable.
Yeah.
I've literally said explicit words to him, telling him he needs to raise his prices. But okay, cool. We're gonna end it here. It's COMQUEST.io. Com with two M's, not like eCom Grow Show. I've got one M. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And dude, thanks for being here. I'll see you on
Absolutely.
the flippity flop.
Yeah.
See ya.